Hi, okay, we're live again. Sorry about that. So we had to change it up, but we weren't getting great reception here. So send us a note if you can see us. Yay! Don says yay. So I think that's a big fat yes. Thanks for your patience, guys. The internet here is not so hot.
But bear in mind, everyone from Zimbabwe to Guatemala is online.
Yes. Yeah, so it's not only Australia, it's the whole world. Oh, good. Yeah, and you can even see us. Okay, well, technology occasionally works. That's great. So let's see what we're seeing. I'm looking at another show. Let's see. We're just trying to find the news here.
I'm surprised how there's nothing out of New York.
Oregon, hi, Oregon. Internet booster and plug in your laptop. Yeah, you know, that's a great nuts for art. That's a great idea. We should be so technical here. Remember, you know, Lena and I, you know, we didn't learn technology in this century. Let's just put it that way. Let's do us a favor in regard to this. Hi, you guys. Can you hit the button to say that we can get more publicity, and can you hit the like button? Okay, yeah. So like was great. Hello from Canada, pen pal. Let's see right down. Okay, you guys, is it still buffering there? So again, sorry about that. But so tell us intimidated. Call right away. Call the police immediately. I would say don't engage that person. Just call the police, and if possible, start filming. It's going to be important for us to document the experiences that we're having. And you know, if you've got so Celtic Tarot, no problem. Celtic Tarot. Yeah, Lori Sue or Queen's Tarot.
This is just a projection, but it's in Vermont.
Okay, great. So a lot. All right. So if you'd like us to have another moderator, let us know, because I know it's kind of heavy for you.
Texas. Hello, Texas.
Yeah, great. Sheila, you're going to need Lori Sue or Queen's Tarot, or both Bewitched can help. Let's see if I can find them. We will be happy to do that. Let's see, Lori Sue. Lori Sue, where are you? Hi there from Texas. How you feeling about the selection from Texas? Do you think that it's going to work your direction? You guys know. You guys live there. Let's see. Vines Head in Arizona.
Ooh.
Sally from Minnesota in the house. Hi, Sally. Right. Yeah, it's a chilly in Connecticut. It's so funny because I'm always seeing flowers in reverse. Halloween is in the spring.
Colorado's tuned in.
Hi.
Greetings to Denver.
Good. Okay. And I think you wanted to be the moderator too. Oh, and Lori Sue. We know that we can count on Lori Sue. Let's see. Let's see. Is that the right one? Okay. Lori Sue. Add moderator. Thanks again, you guys, for moderating. Okay. Idaho in the house. Hi, Lena. Thank you for Florida. Okay. New Jersey, baked 12 apple muffins and 3 coconuts. Good for you. The wine is chilling. You're ready for the party. Man, are we going to breathe a sigh of relief. Lori, did you get the little thing that lets you be the moderator? You got a little wrench next to you. So that makes me think that you are very much the moderator. Sharon Spiritual Space in California. Hi, you guys. So look, you guys, I really do hope, maybe quietly at home, if you are a drinker, at the end of this, you will have a little toast to democracy. I turned the sound up on your machine, by the way. Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I'll turn it down.
Okay, so let's just start to ritual work. It's First of all, I'll tell you guys, that was one of my first premonitions. I looked it out on one of these waves, gigantic rogue wave, showed up 3 days before Trump was the president, and I took one look and I said, oh, maybe he'll learn in the job. And I took one look at him and I said, no, he won't.
Yeah.
You did have to admit that. In that one case, I was absolutely right. Absolutely
And
right.
can you believe it's been 4 years? You guys take my hat off to you. You've survived 4 years of the Yeti, and let's hope it's the end.
Mm-hmm. Right. And we're gonna do another follow-up tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I think we should.
A little postmortem.
Yeah. And it'll probably be in your morning because I'm full on tomorrow.
Yeah, right on. Okay, good. We don't know what time it will be, but we'll be back. So Alaska's not avoiding the revolts. But you are the future in agriculture. Yeah, go Alaska. If you guys need another moderator, Celtic, we've survived barely. To me going to jail a few times. Wow, Sheila, tell us more. Or does she mean the Yeti? Good. You survived.
Ask me the water, please. Dad.
Sure. You survived because of this community. Yeah, me too, you guys. I started this workout. I started doing my YouTube video, and they started to come through. And then, of course, I was fortunate to meet Lena. And Lena, actually, tell the story. Remember how I contacted you?
Yes, it's amazing that we've even got a friendship going because I was still at the university as an academic, and I had my YouTube world and my academic world, and Dave sent me an email. Hi, it's to my work email, and I sent him this vicious note.
Very cool.
Don't ever use this email. Whack. Sorry. And blessings to him, he came back with a second bite of the cherry on the other email, and we've been bonded. She
wasn't quite that tough. She said, look, this is my work email. You send it to this email. And then I, humbly did. She was totally right to keep her, spaces separate. But, I called her up and I said, hey, I emailed her and I said, hey, how about if I just do a reading for you? You can tell me if I'm any good or not. And she graciously said, we'll do an exchange. Now, this lady did not have to do an exchange with me at all. She could have told me to buzz off, but she did not. And I insisted, no, I'm just going to do this for you. I just want to support you. And
sure enough, was a fantastic reading.
Sure enough, yeah.
This guy is really good with dead people. So if you want to know about your folks who have gone before, here's your man.
Yeah. Although I really am enjoying teaching people. I think there's really an element, even of this community as we're working here, there's an element of starting to know things. Just the community, I think, helps us start to rebalance and trust our intuition a little bit.
And I think we have different strengths we bring to the table too. So I often cross-refer for different things.
Yeah.
So if someone has medical issues, Dr. Whimsy is your gal. And so on. So it's good to have like a stable, if you like.
And isn't it so great to see how many people have started to do this work? I mean, I am not able to watch that many videos on YouTube because I try to limit myself.
Yeah, because you don't want to be too influenced.
I mean, Sheila's just a great example of somebody who's just taken up the sword and started to do this work.
Oh, someone's got their toothless tiger mask. We'll give you another zipper thing.
Okay.
This one says the Trump virus.
Yes. I like this one. Can you see the image? Yes, it's hideous, but again, you must look.
Trumpocalypse.
Trumpocalypse. No. So, good. So, are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling about the election? Let us know. You talk to your friends and family. Do you think it's gonna be all Biden all the way? I don't know. It's hard to tell because some of the people who talk the most, kind of know the least. Depends on how you're going. Let's see.
Virginia. What is happening? The problem is they have their closed captioning over the actual numbers. It's really
so they're showing Biden as 3 and Trump as 11. I don't know what that means. Might be one of those places where they're mailing a lot of stuff in. So again, you guys, some people have said they're scared. They're not looking. They don't want to know. And the feeling here is, it's just going to be a lot of Democrats are going to have sent in their votes. We're not going to know everything till tomorrow. But somebody's asking me how I interpret it. So let me take a look at, first of all, Virginia came up. Virginia's red. I mean, I just don't Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm starting to change my mind. It's funny because it's all red, white, and blue now. Gosh, again, I don't think Virginia. I don't know if I can tell Virginia.
Oh, one comment is she did take a Xanax to get through this, and I'm not surprised. Thank you for being honest.
Yes. Yeah, right. Yes, everybody's just gun shy from 2016. Yeah, that was extremely traumatic. So, again, I just found it so telling. I did not sleep a wink when he became president. I was so stressed out. And I called certain people and said it, and they got really mad at me for being stressed out. Let's see. What are we looking here?
North Carolina. Oh, it's close.
Except that
no,
Obama and McCain.
no, that's old news.
Sorry, that's
as
last
you
year.
were, as you were.
Forget about that. Right. We're just taking a look. Is this CNN we're seeing, or NBC?
NBC.
No, we're taking a look at NBC.
CNN's being a bit weird. I might try and get CNN.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if we can call everything, but as I see it, I do see Biden. I keep seeing Biden winning. Okay, and I even in this, Biden seems very happy with the win, which makes me feel better. I think the numbers might be good enough so that there's no strangeness around this. Trump looks very dark and very upset. Look, this is the thing that I've seen from the beginning, and that is that the Republicans come into the White House and remove him. I think that Trump actually will be such a terrible guy afterwards that will begin another lesson in you can't trust these guys. I think that it will be so bad even for their own party and even for their own people that the Republicans will remove him. So remember, these individual races are very important, and we have a lot of investment. But keep in mind, it's the sheer numbers that matter. It really comes down to, do we have enough to control the Senate?
The first news, I think, projection of an Indiana win. So I think, there's going to be a few of those uglies.
Yeah, don't forget that it's just one. Yes, it's a hard night. Okay, yes, I don't know about you guys, but I was watching the last debate like this. Please don't mess up. Please don't mess up. At least not enough to make a real difference. It'd be great, but bliss. But I am happy with a coalition builder who listens to others.
Yes.
It's so foolish. We base up presidency on their charisma. If you think about it, good. I'm glad you guys are heartening Darlene. Is it Darlene or Darjean? Sorry, I can't tell my laptop.
Yeah.
It's Darlene. Okay.
Because we're outside, we're suddenly seeing how filthy our screens are.
Yes, right. Yes, visualize Biden winning, everybody. Then you have a moment. Just visualize that. And while you're visualizing that, visualize a peaceful transition. We sometimes forget that people who vote for Trump, they are humans. There is a reason for them to vote the way that they do. I don't agree with those reasons, but they are humans. They'd send in a Buddhist guy into some dark place, where they felt there was negative energy. And the Buddhists would always just try to give love to whatever incarnation was there. And that actually made them go away. So it might be that our generosity, there are people that I know and care about who are going to vote for Trump. We don't talk too much about politics, but I still care about those people. They're good in many other ways. So, but maybe just their actions. Trump has won the first red state. It is not a surprise.
Biden's ahead in New Hampshire. We're finally getting a bit of information here, guys. So that's good. Close fight in Florida, I reckon. Goodness me.
Yes. And 45 is having a party tonight with hundreds of people in the White House. Another super spreader event. The first time wasn't enough, right? I really do wonder. Republicans are trying to prevent this from passing, but they really don't want people to be held accountable for these COVID actions. If Trump's going into these places, it's really against the law. You're not allowed to have that many people in one place right now. So we, American people, you can't have a party with 500 people. But Trump's doing it in the White House, which is doubly illegal. Right?
Yeah. So just checking here. Kentucky, Virginia. So the most conservative states are predictably going that way. Biden's ahead in Cobb County. Can someone please tell me where is Cobb County?
That's a good question. Where's Cobb County? I think there's more than one. That's a problem.
Oh, that could be the
Yeah, Georgia and Florida. Those are going to be the real ones to watch right now. If Georgia goes blue, that's going to be pretty significant. They've been red for a while.
Yeah. And Georgia has 16 votes.
Right.
In terms of the
Florida's 29.
ridiculous electoral college.
Trump has taken Indiana. Again, that's not a surprise. And also, the vice president is from Indiana, so they tend to vote. People tend to vote for their home characters.
Oh, yeah, that would be the very strange Mike Pence.
So, Biden's ahead in Cobb County, where that is.
Can someone let us know what Cobb County? Oh, California.
Oh.
Or is it Georgia? Okay, is it
Georgia.
GA?
It's a GA. Yeah,
Thank
Cobb
you,
County, Georgia.
in
It's
Georgia.
definitely not California. Let's see. Trump says he's looking good. He hasn't looked in the mirror lately. Or that mirror is not an accurate one. Let's see.
So
Biden's leading in
it'll
Vermont.
be interesting, the difference between South Carolina and North Carolina.
Wow, Biden's leading in Georgia.
Oh.
New Hampshire. Biden's leading in a lot of states. Look, if he takes Georgia and Florida, I think it's pretty much over. Right? Those are the close calls. Let's see. Yeah, Trump has only won Indiana. You guys, we're going to get a lot of depressing information before we get good information. So do not despair. It's just a few states, and it's just a question of who comes out first. Hey, Pam Sue. Yes, I know. It's difficult to eat right now. I feel exactly where you're going. I feel so jumpy today. I'm so jumpy.
I'm managing.
Right.
I'm doing my bit.
Oh, good. Close fight in Florida. No. Yeah, Lori. I hope so. Yeah.
It's ahead in South Carolina, but we're not hearing anything about North Carolina.
Right, and South Carolina is not a surprise. I think. Let's take a look.
Yeah,
Georgia.
I think you've got to write off at least 10 states. In the heartland, and hopefully get the rest.
As I check it out, as I take a look, I have a pretty good feeling about Biden in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be a simple win, but I think he's going to. As I see it now, I think Biden ekes by just with a slight win. Come on, Florida. Florida's still too close.
And don't forget, if
the disaster, North Carolina, she was at a call. Let's see. Now, did any of you guys get these weird phone alert messages that were deceptive? Because apparently people got messages that told them not to push calls, and we believe they're from foreign actors. But who knows? If you did get a call like that, let us know. Yes, it's nerve-wracking. Oh, you think he's going to win Florida? Yes, my buffering friend says Constant. Yes, we're all becoming buffering friends. Thanks, you guys, for your loyalty. Right. Trump files last-ditch challenge to block Nevada from counting in-mail votes. Yeah. So
beyond, isn't it? Really? Oh my God, what's going to happen?
Well,
so here we are. Look at that.
Looks like everything's pretty easy going. Yeah. So South Carolina will go to Yeti according to Darlene. Yeah, I think that's kind of a predictable factor.
And Kentucky will probably go. Virginia. So you got to write some off.
Yeah, sorry you guys about the buffering. It really is on my end. It's because of where we live. But it also, I think it's because, your laptop's doing the same. Everybody's online right now trying to figure out what's going to happen. Right? So, the buffering is quite intermittent. Okay. Yeah.
We could try moving indoors. You might lose a bit of the view, guys.
Yeah, I think we could.
Stable.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if it's going to make the slightest bit of difference.
No, probably won't.
I think we should just go.
So we'll stay with the sun and surf.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's a bit like a Beach Boys album, isn't it?
Trump does have one state, but it's no surprise that Indiana will go for them. Yeah. Well, you do feel like my grandparents, all of them were from Indiana, and we did have those kind of funny conversations about prayer in school. Now, my grandfather wasn't the slightest bit religious. He'd never been to a church in his life, but he insisted that we should have prayer in school because you should believe in something. You should believe in something bigger than you. So God was like a big jail warden to my grandfather.
Headmaster.
There was no other reason to do the right thing than the punishment that you would get. And I generally feel that was for other people because my grandfather had no problem drinking. He had no problem doing other things that, I don't think were unethical, but they certainly weren't those behaviors of a saint.
No. Sharon just asked which beach is it for?
Funny thing that's happened in the city is that city rentals are actually pretty cheap because there's no internationals, right? And if you live in the city, you're going to the country. So the countryside's booked out, but we got a great place for a reasonable price. And look how beautiful it is. Just a terrific beach. Can you guys see all the guys surfing out there? I'll let you guys up and show you.
Yeah, give them a tour.
Yeah, maybe you could see them now out there in the water. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, we're a little bit cramped here because
yeah, we're on stupid little deck chairs.
We're stupid little deck chairs because a little higher. We just got disconnected.
Oh.
Yeah, here, I'll try. Okay.
We're back.
So North Carolina is only 1%. Yeah, Violetta keeps seeing him cheap and win. Uh-oh. No, I didn't break the chair. It's just really squeaky. Yes, I know they're on high as on it. No, it's Bondi. Bondive. Cheryl. Yeah, Bondi.
Australia's most famous beach.
Yeah.
We have lots of beaches, and lots of them are better to swim at than Bondi, but this is the famous one.
So Ruta out there is she's asking about what they're drinking. She says, "For me, it's a Manhattan."
And we're on coffees because it is still morning.
It is still morning. We've got at least 10 minutes before we can start heavy drinking. Oh, we are super cute. Thanks so much, Darlene. You guys are the greatest. One thing we really appreciate is you guys viewing. It's just, you guys have given us the best, most marvelous compliments. You guys have given us really a lot of hope for humanity and heart, a lot of intuitive people doing a lot of really cool work out there too.
Yeah,
it's beautiful to see. It's great. You can do what I do, no question about the fact that you guys have talent. It's just a question of, maybe even just a few pointers. Likely in the future, it'll be just a question of meeting each other, and you guys can help each other out.
We'll keep these communities going.
We'll keep them going.
But I've got a piercing question.
What's that?
Which one of us is going to go to the coffee? I know it's on your mind.
Right.
I know it's on everybody's lips. We have to make a decision.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah, I think maybe 10 minutes or so, and we'll end the live stream and come back.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. CNN got a projection.
Oh no, it's the same one, I think.
Yeah, only channel live. CNN's reporting from Trump Hotel in D.C. Wow, did they even let CNN in the hotel or within the vicinity of the hotel?
I'm surprised. Maybe they're on the roof or something.
Right, maybe they're in disguise. Yeah, let's see. So all we get right now is Indiana. That's all that's coming through. And you guys, that was really predictable. They keep saying projection, but I don't see what that means. And I guess even the 11 is a projection. I haven't finished counting, right? So
yeah. So has anyone else got any more information out there? Yeah. I want to hear about New York.
Yeah.
What's happening in New York?
And yes, you guys, I want you to be here with us too, Meg. It is really a great place. I got to tell you guys, it's so much easier living here. It's just so much easier. You know how long it took me when I first moved here? Now, I am not a citizen. I don't have public health care. I had to get private health insurance. You know how much that costs a month? Private health insurance. It cost me less.
And we feel sorry for him because he has to pay for private health.
He has to pay, what is that, like $150 American for a month? No, I'm no spring chicken. And so you could imagine that was a shock to me. The first day I got sick here, I didn't have a doctor. So I went online, I put in doctor in my neighborhood. I made the appointment within 30 seconds. A bunch of doctors showed up. I picked one. They had a bunch of times open up. I picked one. I was so surprised. I called them up on the phone. I'm like, have I really made an appointment? And they're like, well, yeah, man, what's the problem? Aren't you going to ask me to fill out 3 pages before I can make the appointment? No. So it is a myth. The idea that America has this great healthcare system is a complete myth. I can tell you I've been through it. I have been to public healthcare, and I broke my finger right here. And they really did. They were marvelous. The equipment was, pretty cheap, but they did a great job helping me in physical therapy with this finger. Actually, I had with the finger, I had healthcare, and I had a $6,000 deductible.
Was that in California?
That was in California.
Wow.
$6,000 for my finger.
See, this bends our minds in other parts of the world.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, crazy.
And in order to pay it, I signed a form, and I didn't realize that it was a credit card. And then they told me, oh, no interest. It's just not really a credit card. So I look at the details, and eventually I see that they're docking me and charging me. They charged me because I sent in my payment too early. Can you believe that?
Oh, these people are demonic.
Totally demonic.
Oh, no, you've got to sort out your health care.
Yeah, it really is a priority. And I hope that, I know Biden's been quite tepid on it, but I think that, Barrett might, she might undermine the Affordable Health Care Act and put 20% of more people out on the.
She'd love to. I mean, where do they get off, these people?
Well,
someone just said there's less than 10,000 votes difference in Florida at the moment. Oh, my word.
And she was having a panic attack at the way that. Okay, look, you guys, do not have panic attacks, right? Linda's just pointing out that her friend was having a panic attack. I know where you guys are coming from. It's really, really disturbing and upsetting right now. Do your best to, meditate. And it really does help to say, this is a terrible situation, but what good has come from it, right? What have you learned? Who have you met? Who have you become friends with? How have you become more active in this time? Whenever you get to the point where you're really upset about these people in this situation, try to see the good side of it. Everything's there to teach you something. That doesn't mean it's a great experience or I'm happy for it, but do your best to breathe.
Sorry, Ohio. 21% of the vote counted, 63% to Biden, 36 to Trump. I'm loving that. Go Ohio.
Wow,
because these states have to counteract the Virginias and the South Carolinas and stuff that are just nailing their, flags to the mast of saying, no, we think it's fine for the 12-year-old to have to marry her rapist.
Yeah.
And child marriage in America is one of the highest in the world. Child marriage. All you need in a lot of these states is parents' permission. No, it's staggering. It's time for a big revisit of so many things in America, don't you think? Like lots of issues.
Yeah, many things. We've been putting these things off for a long time. So according to Jane Cage, Biden's ahead in Florida by about 9,200 votes. Light a candle was a great way to do it. One other thing that you might
Joe
do
Biden
is
ahead in Vermont still good.
One thing that you also might do is meditate.
He wins Vermont.
Biden wins Vermont. Okay, so the numbers.
Let's see
I don't think they
numbers.
have that many numbers.
No, it's probably
just
4 or 5 or something.
But still, these are both ones that we predicted, right? Yes. Yeah. And you guys, I love Linda G too, right? So just so you know, all of the people that I needed to this work and have met Linda G are really quite awesome and very open. And I really appreciate you guys. It's not at all competitive.
No.
It's really embraced me, right?
We're not rivals. We're colleagues.
Everybody's
comrades in
just awesome. Yeah. Not to mention, of course, Sheila, who's moderating for us. Sheila's the one who politely said, "Can I read on your reading?" And that really impressed me, Sheila. Not to mention all the great people who I have talked to. SoCal.
Sorry, 14,000 mail-in ballots, South Carolina will not be counted. It probably isn't a deal breaker
It's
because
a printing error.
I mean, what is this stuff? This is what the commission should be looking at.
Let's see. Yes, this is like a poster.
No, we're actually here. Someone
Yes,
was asking, are we
it's not
actually
fake.
here? It's not fake.
Yes, Sheila, there's no need to be competitive because we all have the same goal. You're absolutely right.
And we
Sheila.
share so many viewers between our
Yes.
different channels.
Yeah. It's like, enough with the rivalries. That's for Trump supporters. They can just go compete and fight.
They've
with each
called
other's.
Vermont, but it's only 3. So
It's only 3.
it's 11 to
Okay.
3 as we sit here now. But he's
Uh-huh.
opened his account. I
Right.
like that better than 0.
I think the votes that we're talking about not being counted in South Carolina is because of a printing error on the ballots.
Scandalous.
Wow.
Scandalous.
How hard can it be to make a ballot?
And what happened to proofreading?
Yeah, right.
Why were they
Mhm.
allowed to go forward?
Well,
Who didn't do their job?
Well, I don't know about you, but I often get on the internet and wonder, does anybody hire English majors to do any copy editing anymore? I mean,
And no, I think you'll find they don't. And
mhm,
it's obvious because
yeah.
rubbish just gets through.
Mhm. Yeah, well, fortunately, a marvelous couple of people have come to help me with my copy editing. You know who you are. And thank you. Let's see. Yeah, is it a white wall that put Trump around the White House? I thought it was a big old fence. Florida is neck and neck right now with 81% of the vote come in. Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Florida, come on.
Yeah, Central Maine. We're waiting for Susan Collins to beat. Yeah, that's a good one. Now let me see what I see.
Yeah, in
The
Maine.
Susan
What's
Collins.
happening in Maine?
Yes, I see a very disappointed Susan Collins.
Oh,
I
good.
think she's going to be gone, right? And talk about a traitor. I'm just sorry. There was no way that Kavanaugh was an innocent character. No way in heck.
No.
And everybody deserves a fair trial. That wasn't a trial. And Blasey Ford deserves a fair trial too. And
Yeah.
She did not get.
Yeah.
That was not a fair investigation. We don't know who they talked to in that investigation. So she
Yeah.
really betrayed everybody. I think for her own position. Here in in Australia, and even in Queensland, they had one mass shooting, and they went to all of the members of the what do you call it? Australia
Are we talking people or the government?
government.
Yeah, well, went to both houses.
Yeah, both houses of parliament, and consistently, people, even though they knew they would lose their job as a senator, voted that there are almost no guns in this country. And they were
Well, no,
interviewed.
it was assault weapons,
Right,
and that's the difference. There are a lot of guns here,
Mhm.
but
No assault weapons.
but assault weapons are a different ballgame, and also people don't flaunt their guns.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You don't see people wearing guns.
Walking down the
You know,
street, right?
you know,
Yeah. And you also don't have mass shootings here.
No,
Not
bless.
not a
Wood.
one.
Touching wood,
Jinx removed, right? Yes, many people have voted. That's another interesting experience. Many people have voted now that never voted before.
Yes.
So people are choosing to make a difference. Let's see. Tillis is winning in North Carolina. You expect Deutsche Bank to call on their loans after the election? Yeah, we're just wondering how that's going to happen. Yes, it is so nice here. The weather is like perfectly temperate right now. We're going to be swimming in that ocean pretty soon. So
No, go Bondi Beach. Yeah.
now it's 270 votes to win. So once one of the candidates gets to 270, that is the win. But they're not going to be calling all that. They're not going to be calling
Yeah, it's a
enough
long
today.
haul.
It's going to be maybe even tomorrow would be a little bit early to call. So
The polls are now closed in several states.
yeah, close fight in Florida. Come on, Florida. Come on, Florida. Come on, Florida.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
it's going to be really close in Florida. Well, what's disappointing, of course, is Florida. There were a lot of people who were disenfranchised, and that might actually make the difference there. And, let's see, it's going to take days in Pennsylvania, and that's going to be key, right? So somebody's wearing RBG pearls.
Oh, how
Good
gorgeous.
for you, but and lit
Candles.
candles. Yes, I know some clients that RPG came to them in their dreams, right?
Okay, good on you, Meg. New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Maryland are thought to go towards Biden.
Yeah, and again, this isn't a big surprise, although Yeah, Maryland, apparently, according to My Roses, has gone to Biden. Biden projected winner in Maryland. Let's see. Delaware's Biden. New Jersey Biden. Oh, apparently, tell me, are you able to see maybe you can't do this, but I'm just curious about Trump's wall and what that looks like.
Wall.
Yeah, apparently he built a wall. It wasn't just a chain link fence around the White House. New Hampshire's Biden.
Oh, can anyone tell us about the White House wall?
Is it? Yeah, even if you got a picture, you could say it. Ohio looking good for Biden, according to Meg. Gosh, go Meg, go. Okay, Meg, why don't you put all your energy into this?
Yeah.
I've got my Notorious RBD T-shirt. Yeah, I was looking at some of those. New Jersey Biden. Georgia is tied. Whew. Jeez.
Wow.
Oh, you guys, this is going to be so exciting. Yes, I know, Jan, you're a nervous wreck.
Here's the description on the wall. Big white panels. So it's not sort of a concrete wall. It's some sort of
temporary paneling. It was a
You could call it a Yeti compound.
Yes,
really.
Exactly.
He's not allowed out.
Somebody's pointed out PTDS. It's his only accomplishment. Yes, he did build one wall around the White House. Yeah, good for you, Ray. Thanks for voting, you guys. Yes.
Uncover the news.
Mm-hmm. Yes, good. Okay. You taught RBG's grandson. That's the priestess. Looks like Marietta. Wow, he was a sweetheart and an actor. How cool was that? Wow, I'm wondering about Texas. We're kind of frozen up here with our viewership. Maybe can you refresh it? Will that help at all? Hey, we love you too, guys. Let's see. Bullies are usually cowards. It's funny that some things. I don't know why bullies are usually cowards gets denied. Yeah, let's see. People have asking what's going to happen with the Yeti after the election. And yeah, man, this implosion is going to be a scary one. One thing that's probably so good about it is that I think he's going to be such a mess.
Well, he's going to be a toothless Yeti,
isn't he? He won't be able to do much. Well, I mean, the problem is that he could give away the nuclear codes to the Russians. He could just, every bankruptcy, he kind of banked,
he sort of notched up his connections with oligarchs all over the world. Every time he went bankrupt, he had to go into darker and darker sources of money.
Rich people tend not to go bankrupt because they just go to the bank and they're like, well, you can lend me 100,000 more or say goodbye to your 250. So
I think you're talking hundreds of millions.
Yeah. But I mean, just as an example. So,
but it had to be bad for the American banks to not
lend to him
anymore.
Yeah.
Because they all got burned.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Well,
what's really upsetting to me is we have been.
Biden wins Massachusetts.
Yes. Okay.
Goody.
So their numbers are going to be probably pretty close for the wins. Right,
Massachusetts won't have a massive number. Trump has suspended visas until the end of the year. What? I think what we've learned by all this too, Americans and non-Americans, things we thought the president could do and couldn't do, right? And he just shows if you just tough it out, you do whatever you want, who's going to stop you? And the Republicans have just failed to stop it.
Let's see. A margarita kale smoothie is becoming popular.
A total now of 18 to Trump and 27 to Biden.
27 to Biden.
That's looking better.
Optimistic.
That's good. Are we going to take a coffee break, or I can run down and get coffee?
Oh no, I think we can go ahead and take a coffee break and come back. Right. So, guys, if you don't drink, make yourself a cup of tea or coffee. If you do drink, feel free to make it a double.
Yeah. Freshen up that shaker. What's the time?
It's 12:06 here.
It's 6 past the hour here, and we'll be coming back in 10 minutes, just after 15:15.
I think let's make it 20. Okay, we'll see you in a moment.
Okay. people. Dave won't be long. Yeah. So, how are you traveling? Are you doing okay? Tonight. What have we got here? Oh, yeah, the villages in Florida. Let's hope those retirement villages in Florida turn. Let's see what's happening. We've got Biden on 30, Trump on 26. It's seesawing. We'll have to see what is happening here. Okay. Oh, Florida is so close. Hold on.
Now, is it fair to say we won't know? We won't know Florida until tomorrow. I don't think we're gonna know Florida until tomorrow anyway, you guys. Oh, and I lost my glasses. Do you think you could grab them?
Yeah, sure. God, these chairs are killer. They're this far off the ground.
Off the ground, yeah. Let's see.
Oh.
Yes, Mitch cheated. Thanks so much, Lena. Let's see, I can almost read these things without my glasses on. Yes, I did wish that I could get my eyes worked on, but I don't have that kind of. I don't have those kinds of eyes. Yes,
you'd be one of those. You could have the laser surgery and don't want it. No,
I can't have laser. I've got astigmatism. So it does look like a McConnell one. Looks like McGrath did not have enough money. So let's see. Michelle Bachman just came out of her handmaid's cave, according to Shelby. Yeah, I was wondering about what happened to her.
Biden wins District of Columbia.
Yeah,
he's
good.
up to 30.
Wow.
Go, Joe. Yeah, numbers are coming through now.
Okay.
Trump will take Kentucky. Oh, don't you hate that?
Mm-hmm.
And a big shout out to the liberal redneck Trey Crowder, his name, not mine. And he's been fantastic. I suggest anyone who hasn't caught up with his podcast, check him out. The liberal redneck, he's brilliant.
It looks like, according to Margit, that Margit, I'm really curious about your name. It looks like she's saying that Biden is on course to win Ohio. And Ohio is a big, big deal. Let's see, too much Kool-Aid in Kentucky, yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see, he's a huge ahead. Sorry.
Which state has Mountain Dew? You know, where all the kids' teeth rot in their heads by the time they're 5.
Oh,
Which
gosh,
state
good
is that?
question.
Tennessee.
But it looks like Biden's ahead.
Biden wins Delaware.
Austin.
Projection. Sorry.
Austin and Dallas. Yeah.
They're projecting a Biden win in Delaware.
Let's see. I just want to be free of them. Love Trey. Miami has Cuba. Yeah, Cubans really go for Trump. Biden is leading in Pennsylvania. That's a really key state. We got 44 Biden, 37. Is that what you're getting?
No, listen. What numbers did you get?
Well, this is somebody's getting some projections here. It might be from a different place. So Maisie says 44 Biden, 37 Trump. I don't know what that refers to.
Are they projections? Can you let us know?
Yeah, let us know. Let's see. But Biden's up in South Carolina, according to Meg. Gloria's watching NBC.
Biden up in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, Meg, that's surprising. Pennsylvania is moving toward Biden, according to Wild Heart. Yes, the turtle won Maryland. Yeah, but we did expect that. I don't know how these people win, but they do. Aggravated progressive is in love with you, Lena.
Wow.
Right.
What
Good
was
for
that?
you. So Whimsy got it right.
Whimsy.
Thanks to you again for helping us. Numbers reference what Clinton did. Yeah, I'm not really interested in Clinton right now. For Biden. That is true. Biden's up in South Carolina. Now that is key. I can't think of a time when a Democrat would be up in South Carolina. Can you?
That's bizarre.
That's bizarre.
Are we sure, or is that
Uh-huh.
just something a bit weird?
So Gloria is telling us that Biden needs Miami-Dade to take Florida.
Okay,
Well,
Miami-Dade.
Right. And apparently Google has a projection map, according to Darlene, that has some projections. Yeah, we're kind of stuck here in a loop with the internet working so much. Let's see.
Oh yeah, let me try and.
So yeah, maybe if you command refresh. Yeah, South Carolina would be great, you guys. Biden's leading in Ohio.
That matters.
Biden's ahead in Michigan too. Let's see. Yeah, Arizona is really important. Miami-Dade has delayed their ballots.
Ooh, for how long?
Yeah,
What for?
that's
What's
question.
happening?
Right. Hello from Texas. How you guys feeling out there in Texas? So Meg's got 44 for Biden, 42 for Trump in the electoral. Let's see.
Ohio, yeah. Biden's up 55 to 43 in Ohio.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and Arizona is typically red. So hi, Nikki. Hi from California. Wow. Queen Stroke, 44-42 Biden.
Trump wins Tennessee. I've got
Again,
here
no
on
view.
NBC.
No. Yeah. Look, Brand, don't feel crushed now. Look, things are still going really quite well. There's no reason to feel crushed. That the things that are going for Trump are predictably going for Trump. There's nothing new involved here. We knew this was going to be. It wasn't going to be a slam dunk. But this is so far, it's going exactly the way people predicted. Hi there. Love Julu, right? I thought the house was going blue. Well, I think the house is already blue. I don't think anybody expects it to change. Let's see. 44 for Biden, 37 to Trump, according to Cheryl. The Midwest does usually go red. I'm getting this year that it might not. At least some portions of the Midwest I've taken a look at. It doesn't seem red. And it doesn't seem like he has a bad chance. Biden has a bad chance of taking the Midwest. Lorraine's telling us about Eastern Washington. Let's see. Right. Pennsylvania's apparently looking good. Joe's won the Massachusetts. Cash called it on the QAnon woman. I'm interested to know more about what Cash said about QAnon. If Cash, if you're around, or look, we wish maybe you can fill us in. Again, you guys, I'm sorry. I tend not to watch other readers because I want to be fresh. I don't want to accidentally, report somebody else's predictions. But we knew Mitch was going to win. Don't worry about that. So keep in mind that he's going to have to preside over a Senate that likely will not go his direction. So it will be a sort of torture for him. Yeah. Yes, you're about to get here. Biden's projected in Connecticut. Goes to Biden. You're welcome, Gloria. Let's see. Yes. Don't just stay positive. Look, whatever happens, it's hard to deal with sometimes, but ultimately, good things will come out of it. I know that's really silly and broad, optimistic thing to say, but we're still here. We are still working together. So something good has come up these years. Let's see. So Shelley Moore Capito won the U.S. Senate in West Virginia. I don't know, you guys, whether Shelley is Republican or Democrat. This year we've been so focused on the presidency.
Yeah, I'm really out of touch with the
totally
Senate
out of touch. Right.
Apparently Trump is up in North Carolina. Not Trump, Biden is up in North Carolina, someone said.
Wow. Here's another person that says Biden's ahead in North Carolina.
Wow.
That's really important.
Trump
51%.
looks like taking Tennessee. Not a surprise.
We will not be getting final results for Michigan today. Yes, Linda, thanks for your prayers in Jacksonville, Florida. Angie, Yeah, we don't want to compare 2020 to this is a different race.
Has anyone got any info on Pennsylvania, please? I'd love
Yeah,
to know. Excuse me, stuffing my face.
yeah. Let's see. Trust me. I saw the exit polls. It's over. Oh, this is Wincy, right? Florida's gone blue. Let's see. North Carolina. Let's see. Hello, Chef. Long time no see. Okay. Yeah, I know you worry. Yeah, it's a normal thing to do, but maybe one thing about this time might be to compare it to other times too. There have been other times in history which have been much more difficult. I know this is not an easy one, but imagine people 100 years ago living under, or different countries and living under much worse scenarios where they had zero power, but at least we have some, although we don't really have the democratic power that we should. We do have some. The other thing is, we're going to get through this, even if Trump should win. We are going to get through this. We will still be a people afterwards, right? Yeah. Let's see. Pennsylvania is still early, but Biden is ahead. Florida is too close.
Yeah, the people of Ohio have woken up. That's great.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Karen is saying a lot of people from North Carolina has changed because of the demographics. Biden is apparently winning in Pennsylvania, according to Dusty Rose. Yeah, now we're getting 85 Biden, 55 Trump. Tell me, Ginny, where do you get those numbers? Okay, Biden's up in Pennsylvania, but only 3% of the votes have been counted.
Right.
Right.
It's a start.
Let's see. Let's see. Some people are asking that we only use the win word for Biden, just to, we don't want to hex anything. Yes, you're welcome, Ginny. If Trump wins, come on over. You guys are welcome. Let's see. Henry, we need.
Yeah, so it looks like Trump's taken Tennessee and Oklahoma. That takes him to 37 to Biden's 30. But they're not surprised.
Well, it looks like some people are opening champagne, and I think it's at Pennsylvania. The exit, according to Whimsy, exit polls are released in Pennsylvania to the Biden people. Right? They opened a bottle of champagne. Polls show a 7-point lead. So, your lips to heaven's ears. Yes. Oh, I didn't know North Carolina was such a swing state. I thought that it would be much more Republican, but no, I can't take another 4 years either. Trumpty Dumpty.
Oh, Reuters Newswire service is giving Texas to Biden. Now, that might just be wishful thinking, but I love it.
Let's see. Wow. According to Julie, Harrison's leading against Graham. Yeah, gosh, when I close my eyes, I do see a little smirk on Graham's face. So I'm not sure which way it'll go. So if Biden gets Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Texas, it'll be an early night. Yeah, Marky, I hope so. Let's see. Collins. So, yeah, somebody's talking about Collins winning Maine, but I suppose that's some time ago, not now.
Hopefully it's years ago. Why is she even getting a vote in Maine?
So it looks like Biden will take
sorry,
North
being
Carolina.
boring, apart from being treacherous, should exclude you from public office. God, she's awful.
Let's see.
Biden ahead in Ohio and Texas.
Great, that is really good news. Let's see, Collins won. Somebody's saying that Collins has won. It seems like it's too early, but you guys tell me. So, Carol just came home from working the polls here in Central Florida. She had a record 92% turnout in her town.
That's fantastic.
Wow. Turnout always suits the Dems.
Yeah.
If the Dems, if they can turn out the vote, then if the vote's high, it usually suits the Dems.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah, big time. Texas has got Biden 52 to Trump's 46.
Wow.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, this is all too soon to call you guys, so everything is really preliminary. But these are just sort of, vibes, if you will, right? Please vote. Please don't skip your vote today, even if you think it doesn't really matter. Symbolically, it's really important. It was really good for me to spend my month trying to vote, so I know what people go through.
Yeah.
And I am
But
gonna,
also, the opposition relies on people thinking my vote doesn't make a difference, and it all adds up. Some of these votes are decided by a handful of votes.
Right. Let's see. So Sharon says they got friends and his mother voting, and mother, not his mother, but mother voting twice. Wouldn't that be interesting? Yeah, it's too late to call anything for Collins because it has rank choice voting, and they had a lot of mail-in and drop-offs, right? Now, I hope you guys didn't have any trouble dropping off your mail. I know in California they had some fake ballot boxes, which were really suspicious that the Republicans put up. I know that in some places they were not even going to count them. I was worried. I have elderly parents, and they needed to vote safely, but apparently they did not have too much trouble just driving up and putting it in there. Gosh, man, if Biden takes Texas, if Biden takes Texas, man,
Wow.
Everybody visualize Biden in Texas. Just visualize, see if you can make Texas just turn blue in your mind. It's funny because these states show up as red, white, and blue. And that's another thing, you guys. If you're feeling really upset and worried about this, remember, this is democracy at work. This is
Good
us.
point.
This is us, living in our society and doing. And if this were not so serious or weren't so important, that would be a little bit different. Let's see.
Biden comfortably ahead in Pennsylvania.
Oh, yes. Right.
Awesome.
Lauren is from Austin, Texas. Lauren, if you're able to type, tell me what you think is going on in Texas. Where do you think it's going to go, and why? I always wonder when I'm speaking to these people, why would you vote for Trump? What is it that you think that he did well? Is anybody's life better today? I know 225,000 lives are not because they are dead, but does anybody have a better life now than they did before? A few extremely wealthy people, perhaps, but I don't know anybody like that. It's often down to one issue for a lot of people, and they're like, "No, I hate everything, but I'm just I don't want choice. I'm anti-abortion, right?" And I don't want to judge such people, but whenever I know somebody who's against abortion, I always want to ask them, how much time have you spent today volunteering to work with, those children in orphanages who nobody wants? Now, I know there are people who really do both. So there are people who are not pro-choice, who are perfectly good people, and they really believe in what they believe in. But,
and it might be me with my Australian brain, but how can you be pro-life as a position and also support the death penalty?
Right.
No, it's one or the other. You shouldn't support the death penalty if you're pro-life.
Well, and
whereas this is cherry picking.
Let's not forget how many people have died in this virus, and nobody was there to contain it. So there's a reason why. Let's see. Somebody's pointing out that Doug Jones is leading in Tuberville. I think Doug Jones is the Democrat.
Yeah, but where?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what Doug Jones. I think it is Georgia, but I'm not sure.
Sorry, everyone. I've lost my coffee. I'll be right back.
It's right there.
That's a dead
one. Oh, that's the old one. So, anybody know Putin is way in past Queens Avenue Terror? So, there are some things that do get suppressed a little bit, you guys, because if you use naughty words, they won't let you. They won't let you post it, right? So it looks like Missouri is, kind of in Trump's pocket. That isn't. I have been to Missouri, so that does not surprise me. So it looks like Graham is losing and Harrison is winning. Gosh, I really hope so.
Wowie.
I think that one I'm not so sure of, but let's see. Texas is looking good.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, if Texas goes that way,
Sorry.
oh, Doug Jones is Alabama. That's what they're pointing
Okay.
out. Wow.
I'm just
So-
rebooting over here, hoping I get a better connection for the news. Let's see.
Right. Yeah, it's funny, Gloria. I don't know why they block you. You're allowed to say that. But okay.
Live. This is my sister works
You
for a
told her that.
surgeon.
Yeah, you guys, this is nonsense. Like, medical professionals don't get more money because they say you died of COVID. That's just a total myth. The surgeon might say so. They might say that that's true, but can you really imagine a surgeon lying about somebody? That would be, you get disqualified as a surgeon among other things. But you certainly don't get more money if that happens.
No,
That's
look,
just
it's
foolish.
appalling. It's appalling that these ideas are even out there.
Yeah. These are the people who are risking their lives every single day, right? They're not going to lie about that. Yeah. Let's see. Biden's ahead in Kansas. Really?
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Loving that.
Good one.
I'm struggling to get into here. Okay.
And JWB, I see your point that they think that death is only the proper punishment for murder. I go back and forth a lot on the death penalty, but I just don't think the hypocrisy. If you really want to oppose abortion, then sex education should be taught in every school,
And contraception should be free.
and contraception should be free. Under Obama, fewer people had abortions because it became
Reproductive health was an issue
reproductive
that
health
was supported.
was supported. They
That's how
taught that
you
in
cut
school.
down the number
Yeah.
of people having abortions is look after
Uh-huh.
young women's health.
Right.
Educate them and support them.
Right. So let's see. North Carolina's looking good.
Yeah, I think there's this big differential between North and South Carolina.
Now, I know that you guys heard that hospitals get more money for Medicaid, but that's a hospital. It's not a doctor. And I don't believe that a doctor is going to lie so that their hospital can get more money. I also find it pretty hard to believe that that they would get more money for COVID cases. That just doesn't seem logical. Let's see. I thought it was if they say it's a COVID death, the insurance gets more money. Again, these are rumors. I would really need to see some proof of this. And even if that's the case, it doesn't mean that a doctor would lie. The doctor's life is on the line. The nurses, they're interested in making certain that the numbers come through accurately. It's their lives on the line. They don't want false information. Doctors don't make up reasons for deaths. Biden's ahead in North Carolina by 7%.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, don't hyperventilate, Terry. It really is going to be okay. Whatever happens, it's going to be okay. Let's see. 57 Biden, 44 Trump.
Where is that? Is that
Sorry, that's Gloria, and she's actually got this. 57 Biden. It looks like. Well, I'm not sure what that means actually.
I'm having real trouble getting on here.
Yeah, 6%. Okay. Pennsylvania is going blue.
Ha!
Let's see.
Now it looks like Trump's pulling it.
Let's see. So, according to Liz, a number of states are behind on paying out to hospitals for medical Medicaid. So the hospitals aren't actually seeing any of the money. So
that could be more believable.
That'd be a lot more believable, right? So,
Oh, this line isn't charging. Hold on a minute.
Okay, 40%, 44% is in Ohio, and Biden has a 10. So sorry, Shanlin, because of the words you chose. Let's see, Biden will probably contest Florida. Yeah, because of the election interference. Well, not if he wins. Let's see. Most doctors aren't crooked. Yeah, come on. I mean, look, these are the people, doctors, nurses, not to mention the good people out there. I talk to people who work in the grocery stores and terrified to go to work every day, and they have every reason to be. These are really the heroes of our society. Let's see. Good numbers in Ohio, which is looking really good.
Oh, that gives me enormous buzz.
Democrat Val Flemings wins re-election to U.S. House in Florida. Cruz is not up for re-election this year.
More polls to close in 20 minutes.
Okay.
I can't get anything up.
A band of feathers singing 38 blue and 34 red in the Senate. So far.
Oh, wow.
That might be too early to call, but that's looking right on track with where I think we're going to go. Floor's not been called. RFPI is investing in those robocalls, Jen. You're right. And that told people to stay home. 68% counted in North Carolina. Biden is ahead. 55% in Ohio for Biden. Yes, this is looking pretty good.
Wow, what a buzz.
Trump moving ahead in Florida. So Trump is up in Florida slightly right now. Florida is just that.
Whoa.
It's always that place, right?
Keeps everyone tortured.
Yes, it's that spoiled little child that's always there in front.
No, we're not telling you.
So AP is saying 85 Biden, 61 Trump. Okay.
Is that the overall tallies?
I don't know.
Not Senate.
Yeah.
We're just talking about.
I think that's it. Yeah, we're a little bit stuck here on our side. So Biden still leads in Ohio. Let's see.
Oregon. What's happening in Oregon? Whimsy, if you're still there, can you give us some feedback on
she's
Oregon?
still here. I think she's just busy helping moderate. Right? So to do a shift in population.
Whims. Give us something on Oregon, my darling.
New York Times concurs with those AP numbers. So Biden most likely won't get Florida.
Alabama, 52 to Biden, 47 to Trump. Biden is up in Alabama.
Really?
I tell you what, if you live long enough, you see it.
Anything can happen. Biden's taken Connecticut.
Wow, great.
Pacific Coast is still open. Yeah, it's still early there. DeJoy apparently did not do what the Judge Sullivan told him to do.
Oh, yeah.
They're being counted after the election day. Oregon closed at 8 p.m. today. So we still got a couple hours. Wow, could you imagine if Alabama went blue? That would be historic. And I'd look forward to seeing why and what you guys think of why.
Florida, very close. 50 to Trump, 48.4 to Biden. Come on, Florida, get your act together.
Ronnie Jackson apparently won, according to Uncover the News. Ronnie Jackson won U.S. House in Texas. Right. I was that drunken White House doctor. Oh, what a mess. Well, let's see. Still 51 for Dems, 42 for Trump. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Illinois. Can you see?
I can. Illinois is 56% Biden, 41% Trump. It's major. I think we knew where Illinois was going to go, right? Just sophisticated people. Oh, and somebody's pointed out that Obama won North Carolina in 2008. So maybe I shouldn't be jumping to so many conclusions about the Carolinas. I've never been there, so what do I know? Let's see. Wow, it looks like DeJoy could be thrown in jail for contempt, according to Jen's Herring.
Oh, wow.
Well, TikTok, it's about time some of these people went to jail. Texas, 47 counted Biden ahead by a few points. Yes. Look, give me Texas and I'll give up another state.
Yeah, really.
Right. So Miami-Dade's looking blue, according to the Washington Post. Let's see. So, Lena, people want you to move a little bit into your picture.
Oh, sorry. It's because I can't stop eating.
They're sick of looking at my ugly mug. They want to see you.
And I'm trying. I'm really trying hard with my feeble dinosaur skills to just get some live news feed. I'll try
Wow.
MSNBC.
In Vermont, the Republican governor, Phil Scott, said he voted for Biden.
Wow.
Yeah, Illinois is always blue. We can count on you guys. Right. So, let's see. Florida's counts isn't going to be an early count. So Biden won Virginia, according to Brenda Alhaita. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Wow, that's nice to know. Yes, Florida's always fishy. Do we know anything about the Wisconsin?
Yeah,
and
can
since-
anyone let us know on
let us
Wisconsin?
know about Wisconsin. See what you think. Mhm. DeJoy apparently refused to let them sweep the offices to find the ballots. Wow, apparently Trump did not win Virginia last time around. And you have a Democratic governor. Okay, so yeah, Virginia's more liberal, more Dem than I supposed. Wow, apparently DeJoy has to find 300,000 missing votes.
Cool.
Wow.
Good luck with that.
Good. Okay. Yeah, good to see you guys.
Okay, I think I'm getting something here.
Okay,
Hold on.
let's see. Yeah, the bike's noise. Yes, you know where you are. Let's see. It goes all the way down to Depressions. He sees his power disappear in the Senate tonight. Yeah, I think in some ways it's perfectly fine that McConnell's there to see it all collapse.
Yeah,
Obviously,
how
I
perfect
prefer
is
a
that?
Democrat, but let's see. Yes, he's going to get a massive demotion. Biden's up in Alabama? Wow. I mean, I guess I have a real prejudice because I talked to some people in Alabama, and they're certainly not going to support Biden.
Yes.
Now, South Carolina always goes red. Yeah, but it is too early to tell, apparently, for Wisconsin. Let's see.
Yeah, Biden's lead is growing.
Mhm.
Is that Pennsylvania? PA.
In Pennsylvania, yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's see. But NBC has not called Virginia. Yeah, and there's also the question of McConnell getting convicted of crimes, because we know these guys got something to hide. I mean, I hate to be all conspiracy theory on you, but that is
And
definitely a
Jens
feeling you get.
Christian, just a moment. I was reading one there. Biden.
Yeah, it looks like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who believes in these conspiracies, these QAnon conspiracies, is indeed projected to win. Only 1% of votes have come through in Alabama, so it's certainly too
Really
easy to
good.
tell.
Arkansas.
Mhm.
Maybe Arkansas going good.
And Kansas.
Wisconsin will close in 10 minutes.
Mhm.
North Carolina is still 52 to Biden, 46 to Trump. Oh, Pennsylvania has gone blue. I think we can say that it's 65% to
Wow.
Biden to 34%.
Okay, looking really good in Pennsylvania. All
And
right.
it's absolutely key.
Wow.
Ohio, still Biden up, loving that.
Apparently, Michigan and Wisconsin, in 10 minutes, they're going to start weighing in.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Mhm. So, good. Okay.
Oklahoma is going to the Yeti.
So, apparently, a pipe burst Tuesday in State Farm Arena in Atlanta and delayed the processing of votes for 4 hours.
Ballots.
Ballots, yeah.
A pipe burst and you can't process ballots. What's the connection?
And I don't know.
I'm sorry. What is this rubbish that passes for a democracy? It's just scandalous. Sorry, I'll never get used to it. Intrepid viewers, I'll never get used to the craziness.
Right. Yeah, I think if people are saying, Sharon points out that if they find some cheating, McConnell, there may be an investigation. So that's a possibility.
Missouri, early numbers 59 to Biden, 40 to Trump in Missouri.
But only 2% is in.
But
And
only
Missouri's
2% is in,
Missouri
and
is
it's
usually
usually a red
red.
state. But
Still,
nonetheless,
that's
interesting. Keep an
Right.
eye on Missouri.
Mhm. Yeah. Let's see.
North Carolina, these are bizarre.
So apparently Trump won out Arkansas. Again, not a big surprise.
And he's won Tennessee.
We're
Sorry,
still
Trey
waiting.
Crowder.
We're still waiting. Minnesota and Wisconsin. Yeah, they live in Arkansas. I swear, I've heard they have beautiful mountains, and I know that just watching. What is her name? Dolores Cannon.
I remember
She is
Dolores.
so interesting. And I know she lived in Arkansas. She said it was really inexpensive. She had some
And Cassie says, I hate living
in Arkansas.
in Arkansas.
Well, I'm not sure there's too many political parallels between you and your friends in Arkansas. It must be a challenge. Wow.
In Georgia, hold on.
Mm.
Overall numbers here, 91 and 75.
Mhm.
Back up a little tiny bit.
Okay.
According to Ginny Puttoni, 91 to Biden, 73 to Trump. Okay.
Okay, we'll see if that pans out. Let's see. So North Carolina's going for Biden. Biden's 2% up in Connecticut.
Can anyone quickly explain in the live stream why North and South Carolina are voting differently? Is there a different demographic of African American commitment to voting, or has anyone got a theory on why they're going in different directions? The sociologist is interested.
They pointed out that this is a blue wave. Wow, you guys didn't think of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we thought
knew
of it.
that.
Yeah,
We knew
that. Yes, we planned that all along. Wow, how interesting. Yes, it's always great to have a background that supports you. Let's see. Yeah, each state has its own personality. It's true.
North Carolina has Charlotte. Thank you. That makes sense. So
That's right.
the more sophisticated arty Charlotte.
Yeah, I have several cousins that live there. All of them are Democrats.
Yeah, right.
Every
Okay.
single one of them.
Thank you.
And I want you to know that my Democrat cousins are, former military people, and they are absolutely as blue as you could be.
Yeah.
They will tell you about how they were not supported by this government as people coming home from the wars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
universities.
more high-tech companies in the north. Okay.
Oh, and New Yorkers retired in North Carolina. That makes sense because I know New Yorkers that did.
Thank you, guys. I needed to know all that.
Well, I mean, again, it is north.
Yeah.
So it's just like closer to places like Virginia that are more liberal. Yeah, don't be nervous. Deep breaths. We're going to make it through. I promise. We're going to, whatever happens. Yeah. We're looking at the electoral votes. I think we're looking at NBC. I'm also just repeating what people say on here. So take them a little bit with a grain of salt because this is all temporary. We don't know. So Ossoff not doing well in Georgia. Okay. Yeah. The Civil War ran between North and South Carolina. I thought both North and South were part of
Oh, wow.
the South. That's what I thought. But I could be. The Civil War ended near South Carolina. Let's see. Yeah. People pointed out, like if you're pro-life, what do you think about Syria, right? Where so many have suffered. So Senate 39 to 35, according to my roses, and I think it's 39 for the Dems. Biden 44, Trump 48 electoral votes. Just bear in mind which states are coming through. Right? Once you get to the West, it's
Wisconsin in 5 minutes. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. So in Pennsylvania, only 7% have counted, but Biden's got 77% to Trump's 21%. Now that's only the votes that they've counted, but most of those counted votes are going to benefit the Republicans, right? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm right. Both North Carolina and South Carolina were part of the Confederacy, right? The Mason-Dixon line was Maryland and Pennsylvania. Yeah, absolutely. Ginny, you're express eating. You're not alone. Okay. This is a day. Just give yourself that one day.
Trump's pulling ahead in Georgia.
Dang it.
Dang, dang, dang.
Well, it's still... Wow. Well, we'll see. Yeah, Linda G. saw Biden win in Wisconsin. Well, keep in mind that the best of us are only 80% correct, so love her as I do. I'm hoping she's wrong this time, Royan. Let's see. Yes, okay. Okay, thanks, Ruth. Yeah, the South really is sort of shrinking in that identitarian sort of way. Okay.
New Yorkers in North Carolina are called something, and I missed the name. Hold on. Halfbacks.
That's funny. Yeah, somebody's free speech said Trump won Russia and Turkey.
Hey, don't worry about McConnell. He has to be there to experience the humiliation
yes,
of being out of the power block.
Right. And realize that a lot of these old guards are going to stick around and they're going to, continue doing some of the same policies just so that we can oppose them, right? And that's part of a process, right? Only had to win one of these states to win. So one, according to Donna, Biden only had to win Pennsylvania, Georgia, or North Carolina, Arizona, and Florida. One of those, and he's got it in the bag, right? It looks like he has Pennsylvania and North Carolina. So things are looking good. Oh, I guess, again, North Carolina has a lot of people moving from Virginia and up north, right? Because it's cheaper. Yeah, again, my cousins, that's one of the reasons why they moved there, right? Let's see. Yeah, we're winning Pennsylvania. You are welcome, Gloria. Yeah, and I think McConnell won't be working much longer. He's no spring chicken either.
Impeach McConnell. You see, if the Dems take the Senate, they can go on an impeach fest. It's not ideal in lots of ways, but sometimes symbolically, you know what?
Yeah.
You have to.
Well, I honestly think that there are things that need to be investigated, and once Trump's not there to give you a pardon, those guys are going to start squealing.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're going to give up everybody.
Yeah. Nobody wants to spend the rest of their life in jail, especially because certain people could make it a very uncomfortable jail, and make sure that you start talking. You also know somebody's going to talk, right? So you want to be the first to talk. I'm sure that's what's
there's happen. No value in being the fourth one to talk.
Yeah. Once they call this election, they're going to start squealing.
Ginny's confident that Biden has Texas. I hope
Ginny,
you're right.
No, Ginny, we believe you. Yeah, Julie got Biden winning before.
Arizona's close. Biden's just ahead in Arizona. Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah. Texas results will change when the mail is counted.
Yep.
Let's see.
But I think they'll only improve.
Yes, I think so. Let's see. Thanks. Yeah.
Michigan. Michigan. Trump.
Is there? It's so funny. What words? Oh, she got unblocked. Okay. So there's she. Tammy's asking if Australia will accept refugees from the U.S.
Oh, we're really bad. One of the worst things about Australia
they don't do refugees.
Well, first of all, we refuse to call people refugees. You call them illegal asylum seekers when they're not.
They're not.
It is not illegal to ask for asylum.
Right.
And we've been really vicious and really bad. So no, just come up front as an American citizen, but don't come as an asylum seeker.
Yeah, it's rough. It really is rough. Yeah. Again, I got
and we've changed as a country. Like after the Vietnam War, which is a very big thing in Australia because we were closer to Vietnam than you guys were geographically. It meant something here, right? And in those of you who are mature enough to remember those last helicopter flights, those last boats that got out of Vietnam, and people arrived here on boats, and Australian fishermen, just old guys, rowed and motored out to them and said, "Welcome to Australia. We welcome you after what you've been through." Today, talk about kick the dog. Where has that heart gone?
Yeah. It's sad to see. So
it's like as if there isn't enough room to share. Look at this. It's
so New York.
disgusting. We've become really narrow and mean.
New York has been. Let's see. One person is calling New York for Biden. Estelle is running out of Halloween candy and eating cereal for dinner. Look, you guys, this is the one day. Just throw that diet right out the window, and you just have whatever the heck you want today. Today is your day.
That's
it's
right.
Your country, whatever you need
and
to do
you
to keep
choose
going.
How many olives you want in that cocktail? It's all up to you. Everyone has agency.
You know what?
Ice, no ice.
You know what they sometimes say, that olives take up such a big space in that little teeny glass.
Meanwhile, we're just on coffees and
revving
and raving.
Right. Now, and you guys, I hope also, when you get through today watching us, that you Zoom some friends that think politically the same way that you do and have a good conversation about it and the meaning of it. And, maybe even cover like how you have changed. I've really changed in regard to this. I do see there's a positive, I've really become a different person over time and, developed a good deal of empathy for my other humans.
Yeah.
Not the worst thing that could happen, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. So Clarence is saying that Trump has won Florida.
Who's saying that?
It's Clarence. I think that's a little too early to call.
Clarence, I don't know if you could be that confident.
Yeah. Let's see. 9 o'clock is going to be a big hour. I think we're almost there in a lot of places in America.
Okay, we should maybe take another little break, Dave, and come back because things are going to pile in about
5 minutes,
15 minutes.
Okay.
So we'll take a 10-minute break. We'll be back. Okay, it's just after the hour. We'll be back at 15:15. Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, We're going to leave it. Enjoy the view.
The blue wave.
We'll be back. The blue wave. I love that. Just hang on a minute. I've got to move the food debacle.
No.
Show them our coffee truck.
We are back
We're
with lots
back,
of coffee.
intrepid viewers.
Yes, we have our own stress eating going on
These
here.
are our dead coffees, and that's not counting this
Just
one.
right, okay.
And
But
the one that's got more coffee.
Oh, look. You just saw something. Can you go back on the stream a little bit?
Hang on there.
Just saw something interesting. Man, the internet's slow.
Oh, mate.
Even when we're going back.
We mustn't touch it. That's the moral of the story.
Okay.
Okay.
So
they'll put it on another 35 times, I'm sure.
So Mary's joining in from Florida. Tell me, Mary, what do you think? Yeah, what's TYT saying? That's a good question. Let's see. Ready. My Roses says the Yeti's going down. We certainly hope so. Queen Chero says, looks like Biden has Pennsylvania. Okay.
Yeah, he's got Pennsylvania. Oh, we mustn't ever touch this, Dave.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, naughty.
Do not breathe on it.
That's
Okay.
right.
Let's. Yes, it is beautiful, shop girl.
Isn't it
Yeah,
stunning?
it's
For
just
those who
stunning.
have joined us late, here we are
Just
at Bondi
paradise.
Beach.
Paradise.
Taro Whimsy, I met up with here in Bondi Beach, and now, Dave, I think it's a hub. I think it's a
just gonna be a
magnetic hub for
Yes. You guys are all.
alternatives.
You guys are all invited to go here. But one of these days, when all this stuff is over, Leah and I really do plan to do some workshops in the United States.
Yes.
We'd really like to visit you guys there.
Yeah.
It is on our
Yeah.
agenda. We
Totally.
will do it. We will absolutely do it. It's just a question of when.
Yeah.
We will do it.
Post-COVID.
Mhm. We're looking forward to maybe starting off in Boston, right?
Yeah,
'Cause,
let's start there and we'll
we both kind of have some roots there.
travel across.
You guys don't realize that Lena's, was it your grandparents that were American?
No, more than that.
But we're a little
Back.
further back. there were some American ancestors in her family tree. Lena and I are actually wondering that we might be related. We have certain
Yeah.
family names in common. Let's see.
We've both had Winslows in the family.
Yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. Yes, Queensland. Janine Rubin is saying, "Come to Queensland first." I did like.
I was
Queensland.
born in Queensland,
So she's,
and I'm never going back. I'm sorry to break the news.
Yeah. So I am going to go back to San Francisco. I do have to say, it did not feel like the same place that I left years ago.
Yeah.
It's just not quite the same.
God, it was fantastic back in the day.
Yeah, man. Lena has also visited. You grew up in Boston and New York, but you're a Kiwi. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Jacinta. Mhm. And you know what's New Zealand? has that-
Jacinda Ardern, who
Yeah.
just got in massively again.
Massively.
She is a goddess.
She's awesome.
Jacinda Ardern, what
Yeah.
a woman.
Yeah, 80 votes, electoral votes for Biden. Sanders called.
Have we, it says here they're predicting.
It's a beautiful visit. That was one place I'd love to see. Let's see.
I
Yes.
cannot get coverage. Our legs are up
It's like-
under our
it's like
chins.
literally a
Look, there's
big
my
squeezed in
knees.
here. We actually thought we'd
But
be
we can't have
indoors.
everything. We
We
wanted
thought-
it to look beautiful
Yes,
for you
we
guys.
thought it would be perfect. Yeah, yeah. But really, when we leave. Oh, she meant just during the break. Okay,
Oh.
so if we take it, I don't think we're going to take another break, but we'll
No.
remember that for tomorrow. We'll move these out so you can just take a look at the beautiful view when we go. Because gosh, it is beautiful. Biden's way ahead in Colorado. I think we predicted that. Pennsylvania lead is what's really impressing me.
Yeah,
According
I'm
to-
loving that. And Texas. Can
Right.
someone let us know what's happening in Texas, please?
Uh-huh. Mhm. Let's see. Let's see. It is like 2016, but really the numbers are much, much better for Biden than they were for Clinton. I mean, Clinton had some problems, but don't you think it comes down to sexism? If Clinton
There
had
was a
been
lot
man,
of sexism, but she's hard to like. Hillary.
well, if you ever get the chance, there's a great front line called Hillary's Class, and it's about Hillary's graduation class and the things that were really changed in that time period. You know, that's when women were even more strongly entering the workforce. And they made a lot of great points about it. Hillary was the valedictorian. She ripped up her speech and she went and gave a totally different speech.
Yeah.
And it was
she's
super
smart,
progressive
Courtney.
and super left.
Yeah.
But I
And
think that our system really crushes people if you got to spend the whole time getting money. Wow.
Thank you.
Senate.
The Senate, as we speak, 39 to the Democrats, 37 to the Republicans.
Yes. Wow, so far so good.
So far, so good.
Now, if I'm correct, I'm thinking, okay.
Sorry, I'm hoping these numbers are right. So far, Biden's got 89 points on his way to 270, and Trump had 51, I think.
Right. So now we're looking at NBC.
I've no idea.
Yeah, it's
MSNBC.
It's NBC that we're looking at, just so that you know the source. It does look like several Senate races. I'm not sure what that number refers to.
No.
Right. Yeah, it might seem a little bit like 2016, but it really isn't.
Yes, still 80 to 51.
Right.
This is looking good. Texas is Biden,
Mhm.
50, Trump 49. Oh, my word.
Oh, God.
The Young Turks, TYT says, buckle up. Florida, changed it to 32.
Okay. Yeah.
Light
this
a candle for Biden.
Gosh, Ohio is close. Let's see. Kansas is going to Biden, according to Queens Avenue Tarot.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, Democrats will lose the House, I guess. That's not even a question.
They must win the Senate.
Right, it's the Senate we're really hoping
Thanks
for.
from Helen. It's our pleasure. It's our
We
total
love being
pleasure
here.
to be here.
Yeah, it was great. It gave me an excuse to go to Sydney.
Yeah,
I was so glad to sit on a plane. You know how you get on a plane and it's like so annoying and there's all this stuff? There were nobody in that airport. It was like a science fiction movie. Like it was kind of creepy. You walk into the empty airport, and then you get on the plane, and like half the seats are full.
Yeah. Sharon Lee, one of my students.
Oh,
Hi,
yeah?
Sharon.
Yeah, let's
Good
see.
to see you, love.
Yeah, let's see. Good. So it was really an odd experience to travel.
And I had
And
the
it's
same
so
thing of
easy.
going to a ghost airport
So
when I came up
easy.
here.
It's like, you know how you have to
really
stand in
weird.
line for an hour to have them check your stuff? It was like here, and they were all friendly
Yeah.
and jokey. I don't know about you, but I've experienced the most incredibly polite service. Since COVID's over, I mean, it's not necessarily the first thing you think of when you go to Australia is the great service that you get, because everybody's equal. It's very easygoing. There's no treating your waiter badly. They would never ever do that. But now it's like you go into a store and everybody's like, "Hi, how are you?" They're really trying to recover, and they are to some degree. But you know, if you think of the United States, we're not even finished with the COVID. We haven't even started a recovery.
No,
This
guys,
country
it's
has.
still climbing. It's
Yeah.
so hard. And the same in the UK. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously, other countries like India and Brazil and stuff are struggling too. But you'd expect the UK to
Sure.
be doing better, and you'd
Mhm.
expect the US to be on
Right.
top of it. And that just isn't the case.
Yeah.
It's staggering, and all these hoaxes, and, you know.
Mhm. Yeah. Right. So it looks like
Nebraska going to Biden by Smith at this stage.
according to Joanne Dennison, right? Let's see. We love you guys too. Thanks so much for your support here. Okay, so Carrie is saying New York Times is saying Biden 119 versus Trump 93, which is about, San Francisco, free speech, San Francisco was kind of ruined. Now, let me tell you, it was kind of on its way. You know, a lot of people saw that terrific show about San
Harvey
Francisco. No, I was thinking of the one that's the series where they all live in the same building with Mrs. Madrigal.
Oh, let's go. Yes, what was that called?
What's that show called? But anyway, a lot of
Someone let us know. Set in
Okay,
San
I know
Francisco
what
with
it
Mrs.
is.
Madrigal. I loved it.
It was a great show, but some people said, it's going to advertise San Francisco to such a degree. Everybody's going to want to live here, and that was one of the things that happened, which is perfectly fine. It just happened to be that all those people got really rich, and then there was not enough real estate, and we all got kicked out. So Maisie has Biden at 89, Trump at 54. Let's see. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, you guys, we really are going to read what you say here, so don't hesitate. Sharon's asking about about the outcome. Let me just check in. Okay, get my ego out of the way here, guys. Let's see. What are we seeing? Look, Biden looks really happy. Every time I look at him, he looks really happy, and I see behind him a comfortable win. Though it's not a question. He looks extremely happy.
80 to 51 is a good split.
It's a nice split.
We like that, don't we? Intrepid
And somebody's saying, "Woohoo, Colorado!" Yes, the beach is great here. Let's just see if I see anything more. I'm really more concerned about what Trump's going to do after the election. I'm pretty sure Biden is going to win, but he will not have much power. He will have the power to create more problems, but that's not going to do the Republican Party any good. It might do Trump good. But it won't do the party any good.
And also that American thing of only backing winners, not losers. He's going to lose potency by the loss, regardless of what he convinces the Kool-Aid drinkers.
Yes, Todd, thank you. Tales of the City.
Thank you, Todd.
Sometimes when you're doing this work, it's just hard to remember anything.
Yeah,
Tales
it was a great
of the City.
show.
And you guys, the first series was great. I tried to watch the second series with, what's her name? That actor. Oh man, was it bad. It was so pathetic. It was heartbreaking, actually. Colorado is called for Biden, according to NBC. So let's see. Yeah,
I don't know if this is actually stuck or it's just a really bad broadcast on NBC, but the numbers have. Oh, there it is moving.
Biden 89, Trump 54. That's what we're getting from NBC. Yay, Colorado won.
Yahoo.
Let's see. You're right, Todd. The second series is not nearly as good. She just kept pouting. I like that actress who's in it, but she just pouted the whole time. Is Jacoby is her name? I forget what her name is, but she was so she was so bad. Yeah.
Senate's still close, 2 points up for the Dems. They need more than that.
Mhm. Yeah. California always does go blue, right? Although did California vote for Reagan? I think California went Reagan.
Oh, Kansas neck and neck,
Yeah.
52,
Mhm.
52. How can it be 52? That's
Mhm.
104.
Yeah.
Maybe I misread that.
Right. Now, here's an interesting thing you might tell people. You said there's a couple of movies that you should watch to understand Australia, right?
Yeah.
The Last Wave.
The Last Wave.
Okay, just
Made in the 70s.
it's wonderful.
And it's a time warp because it was made in the 70s. What can I say? But very interesting about deep Aboriginal culture and modern Australia. Interesting film.
It's
Very
very good. You
interesting
said there are a
film.
couple others too that you like.
Yeah, I can't think at the moment.
Uh-huh.
My brain is frazzled on
Uh-huh.
caffeine.
Yeah.
There must be other great Australian films that
But The
maybe
Wave.
escape me. The Last Wave.
Wave. Yeah, don't miss that one.
The Last
Right.
Wave is special.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see.
What have we got here?
So it's 6:25 in California.
Oh,
People are
okay.
still
So we
voting.
should get some info through in the next hour or two on that.
Yeah, let's see. New Mexico is calling it for Biden, even though there's no votes through. Oh, rapid-proof fence. That was a good one too. I love
Rapid-proof
that
fence,
one. Yeah.
Because the situation for Aboriginal people in Australia is very similar to the Native American experience. So the kids were basically taken away, told they were going to boarding schools and all this stuff. They were stolen, and we call them in stolen generations.
Yeah.
And that's not ancient history. That's living history.
Yeah.
And here we had the equivalent of the missions, like your reservations, until the 70s. And so if you were on an Aboriginal mission, you actually had to have a pass card like South Africa. You had to get permission to marry from the white overseer. You had to have permission to work. And then your wages didn't get paid to you, the Aboriginal worker. They were paid to the Aboriginal Protection Board, meaning you never saw your wage. So it was institutional slavery. So let's not dress up Australia's history.
Yeah. We've all got stuff to deal with. Yeah, rural California does lean a bit red. I've talked to some of my clients out there. It is a bit red, but it is just a rural
Nuna's
place.
country, you know.
Yeah.
And they're the ones, don't you love it, who rely on Mexican labor to pick every bean, every strawberry, and everything, and then they vote against them coming in. You know, the hypocrisy is going to be exposed.
And somebody's pointed out, Tales of the City is also a book, and they're really fun books to read too. So I know people have stopped reading books. I know I have. I'm not reading so many.
I've got a Kindle now. I'm just
Yeah.
Ting, new book. Ting, new book.
Well, Lena, I've got just 1,000 books I've got to get through before I get to that Kindle. I'm trying to figure out if I can do them in this
Perth,
lifetime.
Australia, we close the borders, no virus except for men on tanker ships, and there are no riots or anything.
So I was telling Lena that I have a friend who went to Beirut. When he got to Beirut, they tested him. They did all of this stuff, everything. You know, a really lengthy process. When he came back to the U.S., guess what happened? Absolutely nothing.
Really?
He walked right in the door.
Yeah.
Because they pretty much figure that anybody outside the United States is probably just as likely to have COVID as somebody in the United States. So they just didn't even bother. And that tells you a great deal about that nation.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Nevada, what's happening in Nevada, folks? Let us know.
Right.
Hickenlooper tosses out Gardner. Yay!
Okay. Good. Win Senate in Colorado. Cornyn wins in Texas, unfortunately. Biden is 122, Trump 92, according to Susan.
Oh, that's probably an update on whatever we're watching here. Good.
Yeah. North Carolina Congress is looking blue.
Virginia.
Yeah. Lindsey Graham is leading.
The gods must be crazy. Love that.
Wow. So this is Rondell saying her ex's Nana was taken from her family. in New South Wales. And she was
Yes.
put in domestic service for 2 years. That's
Hello.
not
Hello.
that's not unusual for
Exactly.
people. You'll hear
Thank you
stories
for
like
sharing that
that.
story.
Yeah. So, oh, the gods must be crazy.
Yeah.
Does that take place in us? Is that
That
Australia?
film. No,
Yeah.
it was in Africa.
Yeah,
I think
that
it was
was in
made in
Africa.
Kenya.
Yeah.
Was it made in Kenya? I think so.
Let's see. Biden wins Colorado, according to Angie G. Trump is up in Michigan, according to Susan.
Come on, Michigan. You
Come
can
on,
do better
Michigan.
than that.
You can do better. Yeah. Queen Anne's Tarot is getting Biden 89 to 69. Hickenlooper won the Senate. Yes, it is. I'm sadly very easy to manipulate people.
I'm just going to try and get another station here. Wish me luck.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, one lady, Renee, is talking about her great-great-grandmother taken as a little girl from the Native Yaqui American. Yeah, when I really read the stories, I always feel like, whatever you can do to get back to your roots. Hopefully there's some meditation, some ritual work that you could do and go back to those guys and sort of pat them on the back and give them support. Let them know that your descendants will be okay. There is so much knowledge back there, and I really do believe with meditation, shamanic work, you can access that information, right? So AB has Dems 40 and GOP 63 for the House. Those must be just very early results.
Oh, Georgia is very different. DeKalb County in Georgia had Biden up 70-something to Trump 20-something. It's not the whole of Georgia. This is just county by county. And I thought that's interesting. New York will go to Biden for sure.
Yeah.
No prizes there.
Hello, Anthony from New Zealand. Aren't you lucky?
Oh, kia ora.
Aren't you lucky? Such a beautiful place. A little bit wet.
Go the All Blacks.
But we certainly loved a lot of things about it, right? And I'll tell you guys, you never hear about this? Tasmania. It's really, really an awesome place. It's kind of like a miniature New Zealand.
What have we got here? Yeah, go the All Blacks.
Yeah, okay.
What are we doing?
Yeah, Tammy, it is too soon to call. Jennifer's got Wisconsin. So somebody's asking to check out the Huffington Post.
Okay, I'll do that on my phone.
Let's see.
Give me a second.
To see some better numbers. New York Times called North Carolina for Trump. Gosh, a place to call home. JWB, I don't know that show. Yes, pins and needles, you guys. Yes, Biden's still leading in the Electoral College, again, as far as we know. So some people say he's ahead in North Carolina. Yes, hello, Perth.
Okay, current numbers from HuffPost. 122 to Biden, 92 to Trump. Whoa. I like that.
So somebody's talking about his grandson's dad is a former military man overseas, lifelong Republican, voted blue. He's from Georgia.
Oh, bless.
Yeah.
Good on you, Dad.
PBS has 122 to 92.
Yeah,
Biden
that's
winning.
sort of the numbers I just got there. Thanks for the HuffPost tip. We'll keep those numbers on the board.
Biden's leading.
It's quite a good lead, too.
Queen Avenue Joe's got 89 to 72. Yes, it's a red mirage, says Darlene. How long are you going to have to wait to find out? Asked Connie. I think it's a question of, how soon you're willing to accept some of these things, but it's also just a question of how things pan out today. I mean, it could be that Biden has such an obvious lead that we don't need to worry so much about tomorrow. It could be that he's just got such a good lead that they don't try to contest this in the courts because Trump has planned to do that. He said
What's happening in Iowa and Utah? We want to know about Iowa and Utah, please, guys.
Good, yes.
If you have anything.
Yes, and you guys, all absentee votes have to be counted. We have to pressure our government to do that, even if it's after the fact, even if it's obvious that Biden wins.
Yes.
You know, our votes need to be counted. Biden leads Ohio. Good. Yes. Good. No results for Utah. Okay.
Utah, no results yet. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
If that changes, let us know.
Yes, tail biting, you guys. Look, I'm feeling better and better as the day progresses. I'm feeling more and more calm. I'm not worried about individual states. I'm not worried about senates right now. I'm pretty sure we're going to win the Senate overall. I just want to make sure this guy goes away. Yes, we don't need to compare 2016 to the present. We've all been traumatized by that. 49-49 in Texas.
Oh,
with 72% of the vote in.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Yes, drink your wine, you guys. Okay, a Democrat won in Colorado, won the Senate.
Iowa says its first results around 9 p.m.
So, according to Tracy, Fox News believes Biden's going to win North Carolina.
And Hickenlooper's done so well in Colorado.
Hi, New York City. Hey, Eliza. Let's see. Texas and Florida radical roller coaster. Yeah, I'm
the
feeling
Georgia Senate looks like it's going to go to Purdue.
North Carolina, too close to call. 40-49 in Nebraska. Gosh, you guys, this is like incredible, incredible sort of neck and neck races that we're watching. Trump is winning in Alabama. That's according to Australia's ABC, but keep in mind that's controlled by right-wing fanatics. Yeah, so Janine Isbell is asking, will they have plans to remove Trump if he causes problems before the new president? Now,
well, what do you think?
One of my very first channels on YouTube, I just always see the Republicans taking him out of there, not the Democrats.
Yeah,
and I always see that.
I did too.
Now, it was premature. I was hoping that would happen sooner.
Yeah.
But we expected something from the Democrats, or Republicans, we got nothing. I still think that's going to happen. I think in the interim period of time, he is going to become such a monster that the GOP will actually get rid of him. Look, I mean, we're going into major COVID problems next few months.
Yeah.
It's going to be winter. Many people are going to die. Hospitals are reaching their maximum capacities. And I don't say this to frighten anyone, but to say the next few months, all of those Trump supporters are going to start getting hit with the virus themselves. They maybe know someone who's going to die, or it will affect somebody close to them.
Someone who can't get treatment because they can't afford it, or the hospitals are overloaded.
Right.
And this is what happens when you ignore science and carry on like it's just a mosquito in the room. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We want to know what's happening with Michigan and Wisconsin. Anyone have any inside running on Michigan or Wisconsin? Let me look up my phone again.
Kansas Senate has gone blue, and that's really, really a positive, because Kansas is one of those places where it makes no sense that they would vote for Republicans. Only 10% of the votes.
How come? Sorry, Susan Collins is winning by a huge margin. I don't understand that. Can someone explain it to me? Is there anyone there from Maine?
I think it might be because they're not counting any of the mail-ins.
Oh, so it might not.
So it might not be the truth. So AP is saying the House seats rep 72 and Dems 41. I would not count this is just too early to tell. They might be getting some results into some places.
North Carolina still very close. Biden just ahead.
Only 5% of the people have voted regarding Collins. So this is quite premature.
So that's probably her and her 6 best friends.
Good, yeah. So,
because that just makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Let's see. I'm in Wisconsin.
Several hundred people outside the White House. So, I lost track of that.
Yeah. Let's see.
Ooh, North Carolina, come on, you've got to get over the line.
Yeah, right. Yeah, good. Let's see, just make sure that we delete that.
Yeah, I agree, Jay Cassidy. The fact she's winning at all under any circumstances is weird.
And apparently Northern Maine is really red.
Oh, Milwaukee, Wisconsin vote not expected until 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay. Biden isn't leading in North Carolina.
New Jersey Senate going blue to Booker.
Yeah. South Carolina's close.
The Senate here is 40 to blues and 37 to reds at this point. These are all Senate races I'm looking at now.
Okay. Yeah, in Minnesota they have paper ballots, so you're not going to know anything for a while. Let's see. Colorado Senate goes to the Dems. Yeah. Great. So, again, you guys let us know if you're seeing any kind of acts of violence. We do want to let people know if there are voter intimidations going on. This is a place where you can tell us, and we'll let people know so that it can stop. So, Democrats have retained the House, according to Julie Ever After. Just elected the first. Wow, Delaware elected the first trans senator. North Carolina leading by 84,000. Right, it's 7:45 Mountain Time.
Why Michigan?
Yeah. Illinois is blue. Let's see. Well, Michigan was a toss-up, but they do tend to be pretty conservative.
Breathe and believe.
Right.
That's a good thing to do.
Yes, good. Let's see. Okay.
Loving the scenic background. I mean, isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
It's low tide. It's just gorgeous.
Oh,
my
yes, we will be drinking in a few minutes ourselves.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Start heavily drinking.
Move from coffee.
Now you know. Here's a fellow Canadian. Lucky you. You also are out of this nation. I just have to say, it was a lot easier to do this work for me not living in the United States.
I bet.
If I were living in the United States, I would be trying to, go to every protest rally. I'd be doing so much work outside of this. I don't know if I would have been able to have my mind free enough. Not to mention, it's really upsetting. You live in this place, it's really upsetting, and it's hard to get spiritual when you're upset all the time.
Yeah.
I really do recommend whatever happens, win or lose, see if you can meditate tomorrow. If it's a positive outcome, just meditate on the positiveness. If it's not the most positive outcome, then you can meditate on how things really will change. Let's see. Let's see.
Irish coffee. That's a good compromise, Mary Fritz.
Yes. So Dusty Rose is telling us that Michigan has a lot of wealthy people on the upper part, UP, that voted red. Detroit votes blue. Lots of hunters. Oh yeah, the Mercury retrograde. Didn't realize that Mercury retrograde did it stop today?
Yeah, apparently, just check me on this. I heard that it actually went direct today for the first time in ages for the actual election process.
Mhm.
So I think that's why we're getting more results than I would have thought we'd get at this time, to be honest with you. I think it's amazing what we are getting.
Yes.
Any other astrologers out there? Anything we need to know?
Okay. So Wisconsin, 14% of the vote is in, 50.4% for Biden, 47% for Trump. So I think Biden is one of those places that they were fairly certain. I think it was at least 6 points up. Would go for Biden. Let's see.
The Senate's close, but the Blues are 3 ahead, 41 to 38.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's see. Senate is 41, 38 red, according to Laura Dora. Okay, let's see.
Uranus in Taurus, unpredictable money issues in so many ways.
Good. Now, did you say Uranus or Uranus?
I said Uranus.
Okay, well, that's probably nicer way to say that. Okay, let's see. Close in some states.
Yeah, it's so close in so many states.
Now, you guys remember, though, we did this in the last election. Remember what happened?
Vaguely.
We were totally stressed, like, oh.
Okay.
And actually, initially, we were not very impressed.
And then it came on.
And then it came on. So it took a little while for the results to even be realized.
Mercury did the same with the Bush and Gore thing. So we're
I
probably.
didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see. Oh, accent on first syllable. Well, now, Todd, you have to realize that we're in Australia and they speak English. Oh, totally different. So Todd says Uranus, right? But it's totally different. Said we'd be in the shadow of the retrograde until the 13th. That's according to Kristen. That may be true until the 13th. Let's see. Push forward. Yeah,
It's interesting that Fox has Biden leading.
Mm-hmm.
That's a curious phenomenon.
That's really interesting. Yeah, let's be sure and count all ballots. That's one thing I think we really have to commit to. Is after this election, we have to make sure this government does, and I will be, sponsoring as much peaceful protest as we can muster. Right?
Yeah. I'm just going to check out HuffPost again, guys.
Yeah. So let's see.
Ooh, HuffPost, finger on the pulse, 131 to Biden, 92 to Trump.
Okay, that's a nice, healthy little victory. That's the kind of healthy victory we need. Right. Oh, wouldn't that be great, you guys? If he were just trounced. And Trump's going to try to take it anyway, but at least that would force him to make a complete fool out of himself.
And he's so good at that.
Yes. And it would also prove that, might the Republicans do something, they'll have to follow up. Right? So what if they do? What if they don't?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Come on, give us some news here.
Let's see. You're welcome, you guys. Let's see. Totally agree. Yeah, I do. We do feel Biden winning at the end of the day. That is exactly what I'm seeing. Let's see. Okay. Yes, spam. I know we're all nervous. It's totally normal to feel that way. You're not alone.
And AOC is through too.
Yeah, did she win?
Yeah. She's got a big job ahead of her in the next 4 years. And like I've been saying for some time, in 4 years, the AOCs and the Beto O'Rourke's and stuff, they'll be coming of age. They're still young enough. In 4 years, they're still young to have the energy to take America forward.
Okay. So, let's see. Democrat, Nomar won the re-election to the House. Good for her.
Oh, good on her. Congratulations.
Good for her.
Yeah, the squad. That's right.
Yes. Yeah, Sharon, I really do see Biden as a victor. It's really, for me, just a question of how much he will win, right? Imagine if this election Trump won, just imagine for a moment, and you can just take it away, that if you won you know, despite the popular vote, I'm not sure that would stand right now in America. I think enough people have been fed up with this electoral college that they would hit the streets and protest. Again, I would hope that they do so peacefully.
Yeah.
But
peacefully by the million.
yeah, we should have done that.
Channel Gandhi.
Yes, we should have done that 20 years ago.
Well, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago.
10 minutes ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Sharon's got 131 for Biden and 92 for Trump. Good. He's lost Florida. I hope that's Trump. You mean Clarence? Okay. Do you think Trump will win? I hope not. With the fake
What's happening
guys.
in Florida?
No way. Yes, the electoral college should be abolished. There's no reason to have that. And I think if we win enough Senate seats, that could really happen.
Yeah.
North Carolina has Biden at 1.3 points, with 87% reporting.
And Lady Lindsey Graham will probably
Yeah.
keep the seat by the look, but we'll see.
Yeah, good.
Crowds are gathering at the White House.
Wow.
So are they protesters? Are they Trumpsters?
Uh-huh.
Could someone let us know, please?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Don't worry too much, Chef, about what you're seeing. It really is just too early to tell. All the indications are actually quite positive for Biden, even at that point. And, considering that live voters tend to be more Republican, and all of those votes that are going to be counted are sitting there, they're the mail-ins, are going to be more towards the Democrat. More Democratic votes are going to come through tomorrow than today. So even if it were neck and neck right now, that would still be a win for Biden. So try not to get too stressed, you guys. We don't want this to disturb us to the point where it's starting to be harmful, right? Yeah. Oh, so apparently crowds are rallying against Trump at the White House, according to Evelyn.
Wow, great.
I wish we were there. Yeah, good. Biden up in Ohio.
Hello from Washington, D.C.
Hi there, you guys. Mm-hmm. Yes, the only chance he's got is if he calls it early. On the electoral map, CNN has Biden at 89 and Trump at 72. Right. Good. Let's see. Utah is red. I don't think that's a surprise. Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look. Come on, give me some coverage here, guys. We're struggling with this crappy internet. Again?
Yeah, there's millions of mail-ins to be counted. Yes, go Biden from New Zealand. Yes, we certainly appreciate that. Trump leads in Texas, according to Kate. Again, it's quite early to call. But another person says Democrats 48, Republicans 50 in Texas. So that's, I think, too close to call. Mm-hmm. Yes, great. Not in yet. Are winning the Senate, which we need desperately. Graham's at by 10 points. Look, Graham is predictable, somewhat of a predictable win, and so are some others. It's way too early to make any decisions about the Senate. Mm-hmm. Biden's ahead in Ohio. And, the fact that Biden's ahead is a great sign for the Senate too. People tend to elect the same party for both positions generally. Yeah, there you go, Linda. I unbarred you so you could go in. So Annie's saying that main win for Collins. I think
I
it's
don't
just,
understand that.
if it's that possible. I don't know if it's too early to tell. Where's the blue? Look, we're not gonna know till tomorrow, right? Yeah, remember when it took? It took several days. Several days.
Yeah, we just have to keep an eye on everything that's going on here. So, what do you think? We'll come back into it.
Sure. Oh, and do this work? Yeah. That's possible. Yeah. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just having a rendezvous here. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, we could.
So we might take a break now. It is going on for 2 p.m. our time.
Mhm.
Let me do the math on Eastern Standard Time, which is 16 hours, to 2 a.m. for 10 p.m. So that's a good time, I think.
Okay, good.
We're going to take a break for 2 hours and we're going to come back at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and see what's happening. And we're going to check in with you guys, right? Everyone got that on the live feed?
Mhm. We'll be back. We probably can't run this lap for the whole time.
And so we're
We'll
going to
come back to it
reconvene in 2 hours.
Okay.
And I'll put a note on my channel too. You just put a 1 minute video up on yours.
Okay, great.
Okay,
Sure.
see you at 10 p.m.
See you then.
EST.
Thanks for watching.
We'll be back.